Hello. A door stopper is a necessary thing. Everyone understands that this simple device saves your walls from scratches or destruction when hit by a door handle, as well as the handle itself from damage. Let's find out how to correctly place the stopper on parquet, laminate or tiles, in the case when the base of the floor itself is concrete. Many will say why there is reason to argue. You define a place for the limiter on the floor, and since the floor is covered with parquet or laminate, it is still easier. You just screw the limiter to the surface with self-tapping screws. And that, it is very convenient and work then 1, 2 and ready. But that's not the case at all. The fact is that fastening the stopper directly to the coating, such as laminate, parquet or tile, is fundamentally incorrect, since the door, when it hits the stopper, is capable of tearing out a fragment of parquet or tiles. Striking the stopper can move the laminate panels so that unwanted gaps can form between them. Therefore, for such floor coverings, it is desirable to install pin-mounted stops. Such a stopper is attached directly to the base, that is, to a concrete slab or other located under the floor covering. Usually, the standard kit from the store includes the limiter itself and fasteners in the form of a self-tapping screw with a dowel. But, to everyone's disappointment, it often happens that for fastening the stud to the very base itself, it is just not long enough. Here is a standard kit, where the length of the stud itself is only 43 mm. See for yourself. For normal fixation of the stud in the dowel, which will hold in concrete, you need at least 30 mm. Add the height of the substrate and the parquet or laminate itself. This is at least 10 mm and we get 40 mm. It turns out that the standard hairpin will almost completely disappear into the floor, and it will no longer be possible to screw the limiter on it. Therefore, immediately buy a longer stud and a dowel for it. The main thing is that the diameter of the thread of the stud fits the stopper. Now we set the limiter. We mark on the floor a place for the limiter. Attention! Do not make a hole at the junction of two different parts of the parquet. With a drill, at first thin, then with a diameter of 1 to 2 mm larger than the dowel itself, we go through the floor covering to the base, that is, to concrete. In a situation other than concrete floors, you must be sure that there is a sufficiently thick and solid base under the floor covering in which the dowel will hold, otherwise the stopper will loosen over time and break out. After that, a hole is made in the concrete for the dowel, where it is installed to its full length. Passing through parquet, laminate or tile, the dowel should be below the floor covering. Next, we screw the hairpin into the dowel and screw the door stop on it. That's it, the door limiter is installed, and any impact on it will not be transmitted to the floor covering since the screwed-in pin does not come into contact with the floor covering. On this, everything, press the thumb up, subscribe and see you soon.